Hello, and welcome to this rugby analysis video. In this video, I'll be discussing the Toronto Arrows and how they became frontrunners in Major League Rugby before the season was cut short. Today, I aim to give an insight into how the Arrows use strike plays and set moves to become a title challenging side. Now let's begin. This first clip is from the Toronto Arrows away at Colorado. It's the only game they lost this year. However, this try does show exactly how potent the Arrows can be. I've broken it down into a few stills and a little bit of slow motion, and I'll narrate over bits which are necessary. But first, let's just enjoy this superb score.
Good solid platform for the Arrows.
Use.
Ferguson attacking flat. Adams out the back. This is great work. And cutting off the right foot, heading towards the goal line.
The wonderful score comes from a collapsed scrum. The collapsed scrum is really important in creating the foundations for the try, merely because it prevents any disruption to the ball and enables the Arrows to play away freely. The collapsed scrum has enabled clean ball for the Toronto Arrows strike formation to attack from. It is made of 3 runners off fly half Taylor Adams. The red line is a crash or blocker line. The green line is run by Gaston Mires, the eventual try scorer. He comes from a deep concealed position behind the fly half and is aiming to get on the outside of the blocker line, whereas the yellow line is a release option so that the Arrows can eventually play wider. Now, as we play this on, we'll have a better look at Gaston Mires and his interaction with the blocker line, run by number 13. The blocking line, run by the outside centre for the Toronto Arrows, is crucial. This is because it interrupts the Colorado Raptors' drift defence and prevents them concealing the gap for Gaston Mires. This is helped by his opposite number, the Colorado Raptors outside centre, pushing early and losing connection with his inside defenders, again the result of the blocking line. Second and final clip comes from the Toronto win against Seattle. The Dan Moor try, which I'll let play in just a second, is a perfect example of the strike play using the Arrows' preferred 4-man line-out formation in order to run a multi-phase move and score in the corner.
Rumble brings that down at 2 now. They go midfield with Dutois. Ferguson quickly. Oh, big hit comes in there.
Yep.
De La Vega on the receiving end. As now they go wide, they poke through the other side. Moore! Dan Moor, he dots it down.
The strike move starts off a 4-man line-out. It's crucial now to watch the jump and how quickly the Arrows get off the ground. It destabilises the Seattle jumper, which might not seem like a complete continuation from the first try, but the ability to avoid any real competition is certainly a key building block in the Arrows' strike moves. Following clean ball from the 4-man line-out, the Arrows again play off Taylor Adams. Adams is a great distributor and he has clear options either side of him. So he has a winger, again running that inside tracking line, and crucially on this one he has a 3-man pod outside of him. The interesting part of this 3-man pod is that it includes the props. Normally you'd expect these to be in the line-out, but they offer cleaning threats in the ruck and enable quicker ball for the Arrows after the centre has been tackled.
Down at 2 now. They go midfield with Dutois.
Following on from the quick ball won by the first pod, a second pod of 3 forwards this time crashes round. This gives the Arrows centre field ball and enables them to beat the Seattle defence around the corner.
Ferguson quickly. Oh, big hit comes in there.
Yep.
De La Vega on the receiving end.
So despite some interesting camera work. We can actually see how the arrows have used that second phase to beat Seattle around the corner. This enables the arrows to influence the wide channels and overload the Seattle defence. There are multiple options out wide, including Gaston Mires and Dan Moor, so both Toronto wingers have pulled round to this far right hand side, enabling the overload and allowing the perfect pass to be picked and Dan Moor to score in the corner. So what made those strike moves so good? Firstly, there was clean and quick ball, meaning the arrows could run and pressure the opposition, thinking and acting faster. Secondly, everyone had a role, and within those roles there were multiple options. So on that final 4-man line out, the centre can actually peel off and fade across the front of the pod and just add a bit of variability. And the final aspect is just execution. So the ruck ball from that 4-man line out at the end was incredibly quick, just because the props knew exactly where they were going. In the first clip, the 13 blocked his man and opened the hole for Mires. So overall, it's the execution, but that's built on creating pressure through multiple options and clean and quick ball. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. It's part of a deep dive series I've been doing on the Toronto Arrows. It's a small video which accompanies the main blog, which you'll find linked in the description. If you've got any feedback, I'd love to hear it, or if you have any questions, do get in touch either in the comments down below or at analysisguy0502 on Twitter. I look forward to hearing from you, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. Thank you again for watching. Goodbye.